This media is brought to you by Polyscope.
In the realm of tomorrow, where techniques mind, we ponder, we dream.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on Think Future Podcast. My name is Chris Kalaboukis, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. And we have a very special guest today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your organization, what you're passionate about?
Yeah, thank you for having me, Chris. So my name is Orel. I'm a software developer. You went so fast. I feel like I need to go fast as well.
That's my brand, man. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
kidding.
fine. That's fine. So my name is Orel. I'm a software developer for 8 years now. And I'm a solopreneur, full-time solopreneur for 2.5 years. I've developed over 12 startups that all of them failed. And right now I'm working and building and scaling WriteStack, which is a tool for Substack creators to help you manage everything that's revolving around your Substack and your notes specifically.
Wow.
Right now,
So-
it's the number one tool for Substack, and it's ranked number one on Google as well. So
No, I think it's
Pretty
great.
good.
I've been using it for the last little while, and we can talk about that in a little more detail. But I want to go back to what you said before. 12 failures? 12 failures?
more than that.
And,
Even
and
more
you're
than
still
that.
going. And you're still
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. Took me 600 days to figure out how to make money online.
Right.
600 days of just trying the same thing over and over until I decided to change something. Right. So for 600 days, I just thought that you need to build something, build a solution that you think is a solution to something, to someone's problem, and then just ship it, post it on Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Product Hunt, Hacker News, Reddit, wherever you can. And then if it works and people start signing up, then it's good. If not, then you need to throw it away. And that's a huge mistake a lot of people do, especially young solopreneurs and entrepreneurs. Indie hackers, they call them. Just people who try to write as many products as they can in a short amount of time and find something that works. That's extremely rare. So I wouldn't
So
count on that.
before you did this, I'm assuming you were working for a company. What made you decide to become a solopreneur?
Yeah, that's a good question. So what made me want to become a solopreneur is having some bad bosses and reading books, right? So before COVID, I never read a nonfiction book, not one. And then at the age of 26, I read my first one that was on self-growth and self-development that really started a fire in me and made me want to do something else, something beyond work. And so I built an app for my father that worked, and he used it a lot, and it really motivated me to do more and more and more. And thanks to that and to reading books, I read over 200 books in 3 years.
Wow.
Thanks to that and to having awful bosses. Yeah. So
It's amazing how many solopreneurs come from having awful bosses. right?
So like micromanagement, liars, careless managers. So it really made me want to leave everything and do it on my own, and I'm so happy I did that.
So tell us about your first, what was the first thing that you did that didn't work out?
The first app.
Yeah.
I think the first app was something called Pinky Partner, and to be honest, I think
I love
be
the
honest-
name. What was it for? What was it
so
do?
it was an accountability app, right? So to help you and a partner build a habit, and what it did is you created a habit, a contract, you and your partner, and every day you finish that habit, you would mark it in the app, and your partner would get a notification. Hey, Chris has finished reading 30 minutes book. Now it's your turn. And then they would read it, and you would get a notification, and you would get reminders. And so just this accountability, doing things together, is much easier than doing it alone. And so I really think it had potential.
That sounds like a great idea. Does a task have to be the same? So you read 30 minutes of a book and you read 30 minutes too? Or
Yeah.
can you have two different tasks?
So it's building a habit together, one habit. Reading a book, it doesn't have to be 30 minutes. You come up with whatever name you want, but reading a book in the morning, something like
Right.
that.
Yeah. So why do you
Yeah,
think it didn't? Why do you
meditating.
think it didn't fly? Why didn't it fly?
Because I didn't put enough effort into that. So the only reason, and I see it time and time again, the reason WriteStack works as good as it is because I put so much effort into it. I see other products that just pop out every day, another scheduler, another note statistics and analytics, and just so many of those. And they all fail because the founder doesn't put the effort and the time to promote it and to talk about it and to share it and to share what they do and how they do and stuff like that and to market it, right? That's the one thing that was missing for me, marketing, which I learned the hard way. And so, by the way, before I made money with WriteStack, I decided that I will read 5 books on marketing and them only in repeat until I make my first dollar. And so, so it was focusing on one product. That's what I decided after 12 failed products, which, by the way, it's more than 12, but 12 sounds good. So I just keep it at 12.
If it's higher, you should go with that number, because I love those kind of stories where there's like all these failures, but it's like it didn't get you down, right? It sounds like a regular person would be like, "Oh crap, I failed 12 times. I'm not gonna succeed." So how did you know you were gonna succeed when you just kept going?
I didn't. I just didn't. And the thought of me going back to look for a job, then to commute at least 3 times a week, drive an hour plus one direction, and just this thought made me feel so awful that I just kept pushing. I told myself, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it no matter what, right? And so that's what pushed me. Like, don't get me wrong, I was broken so many times, burned out more times than I think most of the days of my solopreneurship days, I've been burnt out more days than I've been motivated, honestly. And so,
well, it's a lot of work. I mean, compared to working for a company and a solopreneur, like for a company, you get your little slot and you do what's in your little slot. But when you're a solopreneur, you have to do everything, like absolutely everything. So not a lot of people have the ability or even want to have to do everything. They don't want to do everything, right?
Right. And I understand that. But the moment you start making money and the moment your product starts growing and you see the potential, you just understand how valuable your time can be, right? Because right now, WriteStack is growing at least a 600 or 700 monthly recurring revenue a week, right? And you would get that in any job that you'd have. I mean, unless you're the CEO of a huge company, or something, a C-suite somewhere big, you won't make a lot of money, right? And the only way to do that is through entrepreneurship. And I love being the boss of me. I love doing what I want. I mean, the main reason
you have
that
different
I wanted
bosses though. It's like when you're working for somebody, you have your boss and other bosses.
Right.
But when you're a solopreneur, your bosses are all your customers, right? Because they're all going, "Oh, I need this. Oh, I need this. Oh, this would be good." Blah 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 blah. So you have like hundreds of bosses. But that's better, right?
The way that I built WriteStack, I built it on trust. I think I talked to probably 90% of the subscribers of WriteStack. I try to send a message to anybody who subscribes, and it's more of a community building, right? They don't tell me what to do. They're not mad at me. Nobody's mad at me if I'm not doing anything. They're throwing so many ideas and so much feedback at me, and I just love it. I mean, I have a list of in Trello.
Well, dude, we're all writers. We're gonna tell you stuff.
I love that. So you see, I mean, I shared the feedback with a product that I used. Don't remember its name, with the founder, and he was sort of mad at me for doing that. And I mean, why would you be mad? Anybody who talks to me, I always tell everybody, be as blunt as you can. If something sucks, tell me it sucks. If something's good, okay, fine. I'm flattered, but it's just good for my ego. I want to know what's bad, what's awful, what stops you.
Yeah.
And so I have a huge list of things that I need to do, thanks to them. So thank you, no thank you.
So you got Pinky Promise. So what would you say? So Pinky Promise was the first idea you
Pinky
had
partner.
out of the Pinky Partner.
Yeah,
out
because
of the
it's like Pinky partner.
Yeah. No, I love the idea. So would you say, like, if you went back and marketed that properly, do you think it would have been as successful, or do you think there was something like wrong with the idea, like it's something that people wouldn't pay for?
So probably not as successful as WriteStack, but for sure I can make money from that, for sure, easily. Yeah.
So it's the same.
Yeah.
Would you say the same for all of your other 12 startups is like it had
A lot
you
of them. A lot of them.
focused
Yeah.
on like instead of so
I'll give you an example.
sure.
Yeah, so obviously it's all about the execution, right? And I'm not sure I can execute as good as other people did, but I had one app that was helping property owners like that put their hotel or room or whatever on Booking or Airbnb. What it did is it took their images and sharpened them and made them way more appealing and way more nice for the viewer. And right now there is an app that I don't remember its name. I read about it some time ago that makes millions with that. Millions. And I mean, like I said, I don't know if I could execute as well as they do because an idea is worthless if you're not executing well. But yeah, it could be a great idea.
But just but did you not execute on that because other people were in the space already? Because what you're doing now is kind of unique. It's a little bit beyond what everybody else does.
So I'll tell you something that I understood. To make money, you can choose any product that you want that works well, build it again, a little bit different, and you'll find people who'll pay you for that, right? And what's better is that you know that it's a proven market. People pay a lot of money, for example, for an app like ConvertKit. How many competitors are there to ConvertKit?
Oh yeah, thousands. Look at CRMs. Look at there's
Yes,
Salesforce. And there's
exactly.
there's a million CRMs, and there's
Exactly.
new ones coming out every single day. And I think to myself, how do these guys make money? I don't get it.
Because the thing is, the pie is huge, and if let's say Salesforce got 30% of that pie, there is still 70% out for the taking, right? And you just need to find the right people, the right niche, go to Reddit and talk to a specific group of people about it, and then and it starts growing. They talk about you and they share, and that's how you do it. And you can take almost any niche and you can make money everywhere.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's just about
let's say
great marketing.
say a new entrepreneur comes to you, somebody just like you, software developer, hates his job, wants to get out of it, do his own thing. How would he start how would he find an idea to work on?
So first of all, today it's freaking easy. You come up with an idea, you go to Claude Code, whatever, you tell it to build it, right? An MVP. It takes probably an hour or two with a few iterations, a few fixes, this and that. And then you can just start looking for people. What I tell him is, or her, go ahead and find people that might be relevant to that product, to that idea. That's what you need to do first. You need to come up with an idea, find the people that might be relevant, and then build it. Now, once you build it, you go ahead and send direct messages, you talk about it, you find people who will give you feedback on that product. Because WriteStack didn't start as WriteStack. It didn't start even with a focus on notes. It started as something called Articles Generate. And what it did is it generated articles outlines for you. It took well-performing articles in your niche, learned how they were built, and build one for you, like 3 every time you generated outlines. And that's how it started.
Oh, that's where the 3 comes from, huh? I'm like, why does it create 3 notes? What's a magic? Why is there a magic 3?
No reason. You can increase that, by the way, in the
Okay.
advanced settings. Yeah. No reason. Yeah, so that's where the 3 started, exactly. Maybe I should raise that, by the way. Yeah,
I keep doing it over again. I'm like, okay, I need 6. I need 12.
Yeah, so it started with 3 because in the beginning the AI was not as good, and I didn't want to spend so many credits for the users. But right now it's much better, so I think I'll raise it. That's a good point.
Oh, it's really good now. I mean, I'm actually really surprised at how great it is, what it can
That's great.
create. I'm
Love it.
I'm stunned, and I'm like, what did you do? What kind of magic sauce did you pour on this AI to make it so good?
I see there are so many viral notes that it created. I myself, I mean, I feel a bit awkward to use it as is. Just my problems, but I see a lot of notes that were generated with it just go viral, like 500, 1,000 likes. One of the notes just last week reached 10K likes. That was generated with the AI.
Directly
Directly from the AI to the scheduler, to Substack. It's crazy. Yeah. And it's because I trained it on good data. I give it your data. I give it a good prompt, and all of this combined just create great content. So anyways, going back to how it started. So it started as an articles generator, an outline. because I thought, hey, I have a problem coming up with ideas and an outline, and so I'll build something that solves my problem.
So you built it for yourself. You built it for your own
Exactly.
problem. Okay.
Yeah, that's what every entrepreneur, big entrepreneur says, like build, solve your own problems, right? And so what I did is I solved my problem and I sent it to a lot of people, probably hundreds, and most of them ignored me. Some ghosted me after they said they'll try it, and a few actually tried it and gave me feedback. And all of the feedback was, that's not a problem that I have. I just don't have the time to write the articles. And so one of the people who tested it told me, "Hey, I don't have a problem with that, but I do have a problem with notes, with keeping consistent with notes." And then I realized that all the big products on other platforms like Hypefury, Taplio, Tweet Hunter, all they do is focus on short form content, right?
Yeah.
Scheduling, statistics, and stuff like that. And then I realized, all right, that's where I need to focus. So I changed the focus, and then people started using it, and it was great.
So
Yeah.
after this feedback, you got the feedback. So it's interesting that you say that you came up with the idea first, because there's been a lot of talk about audience first development, where you go build the audience first, and then you go to the audience, hey, audience, what do you want to build? And you build whatever the audience is asking for. But you think it's probably better to actually have the idea first and then find the audience for it?
So I think that it's better to have the idea, find something that people use, and then build a community around that, right? Because then you have some fans, dedicated fans that join the community that you built around that.
Right.
That's what I think. Yeah, but that's just my experience, right? I mean, there are probably a lot of other entrepreneurs that made it big, doing what you just said, like building a community and then asking them what they want.
So you sit on top right now. Substack doesn't have an API, right?
Right.
So you have to use what do you call it? A extension for it to actually do any work on it. Are you concerned that Substack will cut you off? I mean, obviously
Not
they can't
really.
cut you off an extension, but are you concerned that there'll be other products in the space that are doing similar to what you're doing?
So I'll answer the first question and then the second one. I'm not afraid that Substack will kick me out or something like that, because I try to do my best. First, I try to contact them. That's number one. Second, I try to do my best to avoid doing things that can go against the vibe of the community on Substack. So I will never automate comments. I will never automate direct messages, right? I might make a system that will make using direct messages easier, like I did with the notifications, but I will not automate these things. The only thing that's automated is the note scheduling. That's it. Right. So I'm trying to stay as Substack friendly as possible, and I would love to hear from them and see how we can work together, and see how I can keep it Substack friendly. So that's number one. Number two, about the competition. I saw a lot of creators who built a product and it was good, but they just leave it after a month or two and they move on to the next idea because it's hard. It's hard to get it moving. It's hard to get people to use it. And so even though one of them, I will not mention their name because I don't want to give them free marketing, but he had one feature that I was so jealous of. I ate myself for not coming up with it and not doing it. And then, like a month later, I just saw that guy talking about another product completely. Like he talked to
he
me.
just moved on. He didn't wait long enough to see if it would hit.
Exactly.
Wow, that's crazy.
And funny thing is, I talked to him before and we had a great chat. And he told me about a product that he was working on. I think it was probably December or somewhere there, or November. And then on December or starting January, he published his product note scheduler. And then right now I saw that he's talking about another product completely. And that's what they all do, because it's hard to get people to use it, to be responsive in the support chat. It's hard. It's hard.
But it sounds like they just didn't wait long enough, or they didn't put enough effort into it, right? Because you were saying before, with your 12 failed startups, if you'd put more effort and spent more time in those, then they would have been successful too. So it sounds like people are just like, oh, 3 months later, this isn't working. I'm not getting enough traction. Okay,
not 3 months, not 3 months, less than a month. Less than a month. If you spend 3 months on one product, if you spend 3 months on one product, I promise you can make money. I'm not
Really?
saying you'll make big money or
Yeah.
that you'll make
You make some money.
you'll
Some money.
you'll start getting traction, right?
Yeah.
If you're doing the right things, you'll start getting traction for sure. And if not, then you probably chose an awful idea and you didn't pivot at all and you didn't get enough feedback, because you can start with a bad idea and it will turn into a great idea with good feedback, with any
Right.
feedback, right?
Yeah. No
So,
matter what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Yeah, so that's what happened with WriteStack.
So would you say that you would you categorize it as a micro SaaS, or is it just a straight up SaaS?
What's the difference?
It does like one thing really well. The micro SaaS.
No,
It's not. It's like
not
a
micro
CRM.
SaaS.
CRM does a lot of different things, right? Whereas
Mm-hmm.
a micro SaaS is just that does that one specific like for example, Pinky Partner would be. I would describe that as a micro SaaS because it just does that one specific thing really well.
No, so it's not a micro SaaS. No. It does a lot of things. It schedules your notes. You can manage them. You see analytics. You can reply to notifications. You'll have direct messages soon. You can choose a bunch of creators that you want to follow, and then you have a feed of their recent comments, recent notes, so you can reply to them without having to scroll through an entire feed. And so it's
So
more of a Substack account management, something like that.
Right. Yeah. So my theory as to why those notes are doing so well is because there's something about in the way the AI generates the note that's really clear for the algorithm. So the algorithm sees the note and it's really clear in understanding what that note is all about. And it knows instantly who to send it to. So it's a better note for the algorithm to share. Right. So it's like when a human writes a note, the algorithm's got to try and figure it out. But when yours writes a note, the algorithm doesn't need to figure it out. It's easy for the algorithm to figure out. So it's easier for it to know
That's interesting.
where to share it to. So
I
that's
didn't
my
think
theory.
about it. I didn't think about it, but it's an interesting one.
Because that's why your notes perform better, because they're already generated in a way that the algorithm likes to see them. So it's kind of like AI talking to AI.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
I also I feed the AI data that performs well on Substack, right? And that's in your niche. So I find notes that are in your niche, and I just feed it to the AI.
So how long have you been working on this now?
A year.
On WriteStack. So WriteStack's been a year. And the other ones you pivoted within like a month or two or weeks or
a month. Yeah, probably a month.
So so what made you decide? Is it because you had like early response and feedback telling you which direction to go to? What made you decide to stick with this one as opposed to the others?
I made money. Yeah, because with all the other products, I couldn't make a dime. And then
Really? So you put them out there, they were all subscription models and
Nothing.
you didn't make anything.
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. And with WriteStack, it was April 6th that Casper, the first subscriber, signed up for a monthly plan, and I think it was $9, and I was like, damn.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to focus on that. Let's get more of that.
As soon as you start seeing money, you're like, oh, that's proof. That's proof right there that this is working, because someone was willing
to pay money to put in their credit card and say, yeah, I want that.
So how different is WriteStack today from then when you made your first $1?
Oh wow! Back then, I didn't know what to put in the pricing cards on the landing page to make it more interesting for people to want to upgrade or to change a plan. Besides having more tokens, or that's it. But right now, I have too many ideas, and there are a lot of things in WriteStack. It's a completely, so the only thing that's the same from when it started is the note section, where you can generate and schedule your notes. And by the way, I changed the UI a lot and made a lot of improvements, but feature-wise, that's it.
So how much time would you say you spend working on WriteStack?
Oh, wow. Maybe I can calculate. Let's
10
say,
hours a day, 12 hours a day?
Nah, on average, no. On average, I'd say 6 hours a day. So 6 hours times, so 2190 hours, 2190.
Oh, so you have it, you have it down.
Yeah.
Are you tracking all your time? That's great. That's
No.
actually pretty smart.
I just said around 6 hours on average per day, every day. Every day I work.
Not
So
the weekends though. Are you working on the weekends too? Because you are a
every day,
solopreneur.
every day.
When are you going
I
to go
don't
on vacation? You're not going to be able to go on.
only when my girlfriend tells me, Orel, I want to go on a vacation. I've had enough. And then,
So this is not passive income. You have to put a lot of effort into this,
right,
right?
right. Yeah.
See, that's another thing that people are like fooled into thinking that, oh, this is easy. I could just set it up and forget it, set it and forget it, and that doesn't work, right? You got to put a lot of effort into it.
A lot of effort
Mm.
into everything. I mean, I see big creators who don't do SaaS, but they sell courses or coaching and all of that, and they put in a lot of effort into everything. You can't just sit idle and say, "All right, I have passive income." It's not real estate that you can hire someone to take care of the building and you'll get the money.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm
you have
sure
to do the
even
work.
in real estate, you have to do the work.
Yeah, you got to do the work. I love it. I love it. So it's time to think like a futurist. It's year 2036, 10 years from now. Where do you think this is going to be? Where do you think? Do you think Substack will buy you, or do you have an exit strategy, or what do you think? Where do you think it's
I
going?
don't have
this
any
is going?
exit strategy, but by 2036, probably I won't build WriteStack anymore because probably we'll have AI to do everything for us. We'll have a chip
Yeah.
in the brain that will do everything for us. I saw in a video that in the future, my kids or my grandkids will make fun of us that we used to do this action, like taking the phone out of the pocket, like
Yeah,
this, doing
exactly.
this
We don't have to do that
thing.
anymore.
Yeah, why did you do that? That's weird. Like we have the glasses, or it's in our brain, or we have something like that. But this movement will be so old.
Oh yeah.
So probably
Yeah.
we won't have WriteStack by then in Substack. It will be something of a huge
Yeah,
corporate.
it'll be
that
something
does
completely
something.
different in 10 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
have you thought about what you're going to do next, or are you just like laser focused on WriteStack?
Laser focused on WriteStack and everything that's around that. Creating content, improving WriteStack, adding features, talking to people, answering everything that's revolving around WriteStack. That's my only goal and focus right now. And people appreciate it so much. I mean, I get so much good feedback about how good it is that I focus on that and that I get feedback and that I improve based on feedback. And I listen to everybody and I'm responsive. People just love it, honestly.
Yeah. Well, this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it, because I see so many solopreneurs who are like, they're like, oh, I just want to set it and forget it and be done with it. And that's not the way to do it. It's a lot of hard work, long hours, and you're
Yeah.
always on.
Right. And when people cancel their subscription, they're apologetic about it. They write in the reason, I'm sorry for doing that. You have a great app. And like, they do it because I'm there with them. I'm responsive. I help them. I jump on calls with people randomly and help them improve their Substack game based on what I know. Just like that. And people ask me, do you have a coaching plan? Can I pay you for an hour? And we can jump on a call and I'll help you. I'll give you 30 minutes. Let's do something.
Yeah. No, this is phenomenal. All solopreneurs should be like you. You're like a model.
You
should do like a solopreneur, your own Substack, talking about how to do it right. Because I think this is exactly how you're supposed to be doing it.
So I
many
have
people are not
my
doing it
newsletter
right.
that I talk about my journey, what I do, how it feels.
Well, that's great. I will put links to it in the show notes. So if someone wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way?
So look for WriteStack in Google or Substack Note Scheduler. You'll find me at number 1. And then you can have a lot of ways there at the bottom to contact me through Substack, through email, find my newsletter, The Indiepreneur. Yeah, so the best way to find me is through WriteStack.
So it's WriteStack.io.
You'll also have a chat at the bottom. You can send me a message.
Yeah, because you're available all the time, 24/7, right?
Almost. I need to add something that tells people who write me a support message in the times that I sleep, that I'll tell them, hey, I'm sleeping, I'll wake up in whatever hours. And yeah.
See, this is great. I love what you're doing. It's fantastic. And thank you so much. So everybody get out there and use it. If you're if you're on Substack, I totally recommend this thing.
And if you didn't start using it, then you're missing on a lot of potential growth. And you'll get so many hours for your life to do something that you want, to spend time with your family, to grow other products or whatever you want. So worth more than money.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much. Good talking to you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
later.
Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Did pixels and philosophies merge and mold, a future untold, unseen.